Hello and welcome to the Gold and Silver Club gold price forecast for the 4th of August 2017, presented by myself, Phil Carr, at the Gold and Silver Club. The gold price forecast will be covering fundamental outlook, a snapshot of the latest developments, gold technical analysis with our daily trade idea and economic calendar, the key events to watch. Fundamental outlook, a snapshot of the latest developments. So as we approach Friday's US session, all eyes are going to be on the non-farm payroll data. Gold is currently trading just below 7-week highs. Currently, gold is up 10% so far in 2017. The US dollar index has remained weak here over the last week, bouncing off 15-month lows. We are primarily trading gold versus the US dollar, and therefore on the non-farm payroll data, we'll be paying a lot of attention to the US dollar's move and the impact that also has on gold prices. Now, it's very common before non-farm payrolls to see traders squaring off their positions prior to the data coming out, and that's certainly what we've seen over the last few days here on gold. We've seen a lot of back in filling on gold, but ultimately at the moment we're trading at 1,269 US dollars per ounce, just below the 7-week highs. So with that, we'll move over to the charts and we'll talk you through what we're expecting and trade ideas as we go into Friday's non-farm payrolls. Gold technical analysis with our daily trade idea. Now moving over to the gold chart and our trade idea as we head into non-farm payrolls, what I want to draw your attention to is the price structure which has formed over the course of Thursday's session. What you will immediately notice here is that we had another retest of underlying support which sits at 1,256 US dollars per ounce, but that was bid up during the US session on Thursday. So we again saw another pullback get bid back into, and that has been the case over both Tuesday and Wednesday's US session as well, where we've seen pullbacks during the course of the US session which have immediately been bid back, and essentially over the course of Thursday's session we have closed near the daily highs. We are still supporting a very strong underlying trend channel here as well, where you can see each retest at the lower end of this channel is finding support, and there is still scope for more upside here. The non-farm payrolls is likely going to be the next catalyst here for the next big move, of course, for gold. So the trade idea I want to draw your attention to as we go into non-farm payrolls would be the potential breakout here that we may see if we were to get some follow through and break above the weekly highs here. You can very clearly, in fact, just draw on the major channels, which is where gold has been consolidating over the last week, and clearly we're getting to a point here where we should have a resolution. Now, in terms of the next major targets, if gold can break out above the weekly highs here, we have the potential for a rally back towards the 1280 zone. These are the channels that gold has been respecting over the course of 2017, and I would certainly see the possibility for gold to break out at least 100 points here, breaking back out towards the 1280 zone. If we go back a little bit further here on the chart for gold, all we've essentially been doing over the course of 2017 is moving between 1200 to 1300. This is the range that gold is in at the moment. It recently tested the lower end of the range back in mid-July, which got supported above the 1200 level. We've seen a $70 rally here for gold back up to 1,270 US dollars per ounce, and it's poised now where it could be on the brink of a potential breakout coming back towards the next major levels of resistance. The other trade idea I would look at, of course, if we were to see a stronger than expected non-farm payrolls, would be the potential for a breakdown on gold as well. And if that was to occur, if we were to see a breakdown in gold, the trade setup is likely then to favor more downside, which would then favor a further corrective pullback for gold as we go into next week. In summary, the main trade idea to consider as we go into Friday's non-farm payrolls is the potential for a breakout, certainly above Thursday's high, follow through, taking the price back towards upper end of this resistance zone, which takes gold up to the 1280 zone, which would represent from where we're sat right now with gold, which is approximately at 1,269 US dollars per ounce, it would represent over a 100-point breakout to the upside if we do see some good follow through. Potentially we may even break above the 1280 zone, taking the price of gold back towards the 1285 level. On the flip side, if we see a further corrective pullback for gold and we see a move back towards the 1255 zone, I'll be watching that level very carefully to see if gold gets another bid at that level. If it doesn't get supported at that level, we could see a more significant correction as we go into next week, particularly if we break and close below the 1256 zone. Then we could really start to see momentum pick up to the downside as we head into next week. And of course, if you would like to be kept updated real time of the exact trades that we are taking at the Gold and Silver Silver Club, including our entry, our exit, our take profit, do make sure you stay onto the end of today's presentation, and we will provide you with full details of how you can make an application to become a member of the Gold and Silver Club. Economic calendar, the key events to watch. As mentioned during the technical analysis, one of the major drivers for the markets today and one of the most eagerly anticipated news items of the week is the non-farm payrolls data. It is important to be aware that it's not only the main non-farm payroll data number that you want to pay attention to, you also need to be aware of the average hourly earnings and the unemployment rate as well. Both of these data points can also have a significant impact, and they can cause additional volatility in the markets. Non-farm payroll, it moves commodities significantly, it moves currencies significantly, and it's a very lucrative trading opportunity. Would you like to join an elite community of profitable traders, get exclusive access to our daily live trade ideas and analysis, accelerate your trading skills, and generate a consistent income? If the answer is yes, then the private members live trading room is definitely for you. For more information on the private members live trading room, please go to www.thegoldensilverclub.com.